I gotta be really honest with you. Every time I see Teal Swan, it's not seeing her, it's listening to her talk what she's actually saying. I feel like vomiting. Because Teal Swan just doesn't know at all what she's talking about. And people suck it up. They believe everything she says because they're too stupid to think for themselves. The whole idea of masculine containment is complete bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And I know what she means by containment. And then when she says in her video, I especially want men to understand this. You know where the problem is, and I've said it before, the problem is not with the men. Men are very simple creatures in this way. What's going on is not that the men have changed, it's the women that have changed. And women do not want the same type of man they wanted 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And not only that, they don't even want a man at all. They want to be free. They want to be independent. They want to do whatever they want to do. And this is it's basically you want a guy that takes responsibility, that is responsible, but you as a woman you don't want to be responsible. And that's the real problem. Cuz a responsible woman is a woman who is and would be a good mother. And to be quite honest, if I look at most women, especially young women nowadays, I don't see any of these women be really good mothers. I don't see how they could be. They want the responsibility from the man. They want the man to be the provider, the one who contains, the one who blah blah blah, the one who blah blah blah, the one who has the money, the one who is muscular, the one who's tall. But they're not providing the assurance to the man. They don't have even the capacity, even if they wanted to be really good mothers, to be really good wives, to be really good girlfriends. It's this time has gone. So it's not about masculine. You can you can play you can play masculine containment all you want. You can do this shit all you want. But if the woman doesn't want to play along, if that's not what she wants truly, it's not going to happen. See, and this is the whole problem. This is I say this again. It's not a coincidence that passport bros exist. Passport bros are the consequence of a woman that is not able to fulfill a traditional role. It's very simple. And any guy, go onto vlogs, go onto Instagram, wherever you want, talk to guys that picked a woman from another country, from a non-industrial country. I have a friend who we don't talk that much anymore, but when we talked, we were on the phone a few years ago, and he is a Philippine woman. The Philippine woman is or was at the time 33. He was 50 something, 52, 53. He met her, she was managing some hotel or something. That's how they met, and they were together forever since forever. Since then forever. And what happened is I asked I asked her, I asked him, how would you explain in one sentence your relationship? And he says it's like a warm foot bath. He said it's like a warm foot bath. That's what he said. The whole relationship is like a warm foot bath. Let me just block this guy. Um, he said the whole relationship is like a warm foot bath. Wait, he just deleted it. I want to hide this guy. Unhide. Yeah, now it's hidden. Um, it's like a warm foot bath, and he would not ever want a relationship with a normal Western woman ever again, ever in his whole life. And he's not the only one who has this experience. So it's not about masculine containment, whatever. I especially want men. When she says, I especially want men to understand, what my problem is? That she is part of that feminist hurt mentality. It happened to me. I was with a couple of English girls in a yoga retreat in France. They were from the UK. I didn't know this retreat is gonna be like 12 UK girls. I thought they're gonna be from all over. I was hoping they were French also, but they were 12 girls from the UK, from mostly from London, and around 30ish. Okay, I'm telling you guys, listening to them and spending time with them, and I'm a bit like, I'm not a type of guy where women look and they're like, oh my god, I find him so interesting, I want to have sex with him even though I have a boyfriend at home or something. I'm not that type of guy. So they just look at me like someone who's just, hanging around, not so interesting. So I kind of like blend into the background, so they are free to speak as women speak. Okay? I'm telling you guys, you would vomit without stopping when you listen to these girls talk. I'm telling you, the new modern woman has become such a disaster in its entirety, uh that I would not wish anyone, any man, to have, a relationship with those type of girls. But a lot of men do this because they have a need for companionship and pussy, but they don't really see, that these women are a disaster. It's literally like that. So I hate the idea to search the problem with men, because men haven't changed. Men are always the same, but women have tremendously changed. And when you talk to guys who picked a girl from another country like South America, Asia, or something like that, some from Africa, they couldn't be happier. And these are totally normal guys. You know, you know where the problem is? I tell you exactly what the problem is. I'm an IT guy, right? I was always an IT guy. Sometimes I like to work out a little bit, but I'm not the macho guy. I'm not the guy with, with a lot of muscles. I'm not particularly tall. Maybe a South American woman, you will find some that care about this. An Asian woman couldn't care less. She could give a fuck about these superficial things. An African woman probably she couldn't care less. Okay, unless she's really stupid. But a Western woman, try to find a Western woman who doesn't care about these things. Be like, oh, I wish he was a little bit taller. I wish he would train a little bit more. And this constant, insatiable appetite for consumerism, and not just consumerism in terms of like products, but consumerism also with um, consumerism with guys, and that's the real problem. Like, for example, I give you another example. I had 80 girls visit me through couch surfing. Sometimes two or three girls, sometimes one girl. They visit me in couch surfing in Mallorca a few years ago. And I'm telling you, I had a life there where I was super happy, couldn't be more happy. I was doing some fitness, I was enjoying my life. I had no relationship, no connection with any single woman that visited me there, from 80 women. And you know why this is? This is not because I'm super uninteresting. It's because they don't see me as a potential partner, because their expectations is way, 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 way too high. It's way too high. Instead of saying, hey, this guy seems really nice, he loves his life, he's enjoying his life, he's living a dream life in some ways, instead of saying, okay, I'm interested in him, I give him a chance, it's always like, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not. And then you also have another thing. All the other girls, like for example, if I had three girls visit me, one would be like a little bit interested, like maybe a little bit, and the other two girls would be completely like jealous and try to undermine the whole thing. And this whole kind of like group mentality, being afraid to not be accepted, this whole thing, it blows my mind how crazy these girls have become. And if I listen to their arguments and what they say, it's totally insane. I cannot listen to it for 5 minutes. It's literally like I cannot even repeat it because it's so stupid. And I was living a long time in a bubble. In this bubble, I didn't realize how much things already changed. And then now when I started van life, when I started, talking to more people, people on the road, I realized how totally life changed in terms of like how women are. And I wasn't aware of that. It's like I was living in this bubble and now I have the culture shock where I'm like, there's like literally zero. I mean, there is zero chance. There's zero chance for a normal guy to hold a normal woman. You will have to hold a woman that nobody wants because she has mental problems, uh because she's just a bad girlfriend, etc., etc., etc. Then you can have her. And a lot of guys will this. I mean, will do this. I mean, look at all these Sims. The Sims give money and attention to the worst kind of women, and a lot of guys also don't really know what's going on. So I'm gonna give you an example. I know this yoga teacher. She's French. She knows English and Spanish, right? And I visited her. I did a session with her like a few days and then a week, and I kind of liked her. And I was listening to the other guests that came to see her from Paris. These girls are the same like everywhere else in the Western world. You cannot, they're just completely, oh my God. A lot of them don't even want children. They don't even want relationship. They're so feminist that they're like, I hate guys, basically. I hate men. I hate guys. They don't say it to you directly, but in the way they're saying the other things, it's kind of obvious. So, and this girl, this yoga girl, you would say like, oh, okay, she's kind of interesting. She seems normal. And then when she opened up, I found out that she already had 3 abortions, and the last abortion was with when she was 31, so or 30, like a year before. Um, so like, when are you gonna grow up? When are you gonna learn to deal with contraception, whichever way, condoms, whatever? When are you going to you know become mature? She basically would be the worst mother ever. And people like to think that they're so great people. Usually there aren't. And I'm telling you, it's not about masculine containment or masculine containment, whatever she calls it. It's complete bullshit. It's about finding a woman that wants you for the person that you are without trying to be something that you're not. And that's the truth. And nowadays women don't want you the way you are because they have way too high expectations. Very simple.